Hey,
Hey,
how you
how's it
doing?
going? So
Good.
good.
Awesome.
Super, super good. I like your
Okay.
top.
Thank you. It's actually a dress
Nice.
Anthony got me. Yeah,
Aw.
the cute
I
one.
wish we had like a full view so I could see the whole thing. I like
Yeah,
it.
yeah, it's cute. It's like one of those wrap dresses. It's cute. Granted,
Hmm.
I tried to use like fashion tape on it and it's not working great. Maybe I don't know how to use fashion tape well yet. I'll get better at it.
If you ever figure it out, let me know because the worst fashion disasters I have had have been
But
because
because of
of
fashion tape,
failure of fashion tape at the wrong moments. Yes.
well, I do not anticipate failures today.
Awesome. Sounds good.
And your top is adorbs. Is that just a top or
Oh,
is it like
thanks.
a whole
Yeah, it's
number?
just a
Yeah.
top. Has a little ring.
Cute, cute.
Yeah,
Alrighty. Well,
like it.
I've missed you. It's been a minute
I have
since we've
missed
done
you.
this because we've
It's
been
been a
busy
long time.
doing stuff, but we don't have tons of time because I know I kind of had to go be a mom first. So maybe
That's
let's
the best
let's
job
jump
ever.
jump right into it. Welcome
Jump right
back
into it.
to our little
Well,
white
welcome
picket
back.
fence. Emily's got a topic for us today
I do. So I was scrolling around on TikTok as one does sometimes,
all the time.
and I came across a video of someone ranting about how um, the government is spending so much money on a rail system on the moon. Like, have you seen this?
A little bit. When you said it,
Like,
I kind of looked it up and I was able to find some articles about it, but I didn't do like any
oh,
extensive research. No.
I didn't like research that one,
Okay.
but it made me think it's like we're we're all struggling right now with medical things, with the cost of college being super duper high, and just inflation being out of this world right now. And I'm like, I wonder what interesting things the government is spending money on if it's not healthcare for all of us and um, college and those things that
Yeah.
would seem to be extremely
And
helpful
the like, yes.
and the like and the like. And so I looked up a few things and it made me laugh. So I'm like,
Okay.
here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go. So, um, Reader's Digest is the first one that I found. And
Okay.
I think I sent you all these links, so we should
Okay.
post them in the description.
Okay.
Okay. So, from the Reader's Digest, we have the government spent 28 million in 2017 on the licensing fee for the camo pattern for the army. However, it was the green camo pattern that we all know and love so much.
Hmm.
And they were going to Afghanistan. So instead of making it camouflage, it would make them stand out. And so everything had to be scrapped. So 28 million for, excuse me, camera, stay still. Anyways, so 28 million for camo that did not work. Um, $518,000 was spent on how cocaine affects the sexual behavior of Japanese quails.
Okay.
So
Did we back check any of this like to know where their sources like if these are true or if they're like spinning
I did
things?
not source
No.
some of these ones because the Reader's Digest is a pretty
Solid.
credible source, but we can go back and look at these.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
um, let's see. Out of breath, sorry. Okay, $3 million for Northwestern University to study hamster fights to see
Okay.
whether if you inject a hamster with steroids, if it would be more aggressive than other
How
hamsters.
how much did they say on that?
3 million.
3 million on hamster
So,
fight.
over the course of things, 3 million isn't a ton. It's not going to solve all the problems, but you know,
It is
just
to me.
it shows a trend, maybe.
Yeah, 3 million. I mean, are these grants that they're giving to the school and then the
Mhm.
school is doing something with it and this is what they're
Yes,
choosing to do?
this is what they're doing with the money, but the government we were funding it,
Yeah,
so
yeah. Either way, silly things that it's like, how can we find money for these things and
mhm.
not the things that we all really care about?
maybe some little more important things. And I'm
Yeah.
not against all of these things in general.
Yeah.
It's just when you put it against some of the things that we could be spending it on right now, it's like we may need to reprioritize.
We
Let's
definitely
let's
need to reprioritize.
let's turn off the system and turn it back on again and like
Uh-huh.
reevaluate maybe.
Seriously, if only we really could do like just like a reset, which would
Mhm.
be like, I don't know, just get rid of everybody who's there right now and then reset with different because they've been there too long, they're too corrupted, they've made enough
I think all you'd
money.
have to do is like I think we've talked about it before, but like um drug test the like Senate and there's a word I'm looking for. What's the other? Anyway, anybody
I
who
don't
works for the
know.
government, anybody who works for the government could be drug tested. I think you'd lose a lot of crazies. And
Maybe, maybe.
I don't mean marijuana. That's a whole different thing. But I'm talking like the heavy hitters.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think if you tested for those, we'd lose
Did you
a lot of
see
the good ones.
there was a thing of like Trump talking about Biden being like I think he was on cocaine for that last speech. Like he was real sped up at the beginning and then real, like down by the end. And it was like, I think somebody knows how cocaine feels because I wouldn't know that.
Somebody has some personal experience here.
No, I
Hmm.
know. I'm like,
That's not the pot calling the kettle black. Yeah. I think that's a lot of what they hurl at each other in politics. It's like, wait a second,
you're all
you're
doing the same thing. They're
you're
all
judging me for
sitting,
being at that party,
yeah.
but you were there too.
Yeah, but
Like,
I don't think they're really fighting with each other. I think they're all putting on a facade so that the people underneath them are fighting each other because they're all sitting at the same tables with the same corporations and getting the same
yep,
money. They're just giving us like the
scratching
appearance
each
of
other's
like
backs.
two.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know.
yeah, I
I
think
don't
you're
buy
right.
any of it. I don't buy any of it.
I don't, but do you know who does buy stuff? The US government. Would you like to hear more?
Yes, please. Good one.
Okay. They spend about 1.7 billion a year on empty buildings, just buildings that have been government buildings or that they have amassed and they just keep the lights on and nobody's there.
Yeah, like that just seems like
Um,
such a natural answer to so many other problems, you know?
mhm. Yeah,
Okay.
doesn't it though?
Yeah, why don't
Doesn't
we
it
go
though?
ahead and use those? They're
Um,
already being paid for, right?
well, I think part of them is where they are. Like a lot of them could be used, and a lot of them just can't. But
Uh-huh.
surely there's some wiggle room in the 1.7 billion.
Yeah.
Um, let's see. A combined 6 million from state and federal taxes were used to create an immersive museum, including holograms, to celebrate influential comedians. So we need that way more than
That
healthcare.
had to go through like a whole process, right? And a lot of people had to be like, yeah, that's a good use of our
Of
our
our money,
our money.
who knows? I'm not the
I
one
mean,
doling this out, but you
no,
would
I
think.
know. I'm like trying to think of how could they even justify that? Like that's entertainment for the peasants, I guess. Entertain them.
I don't know. I'm I am totally on board with like archiving history and preserving like I mean, comedians are part of the entertainment industry and the entertainment industry is huge for us. I mean, it just is. And I'm okay with preserving that. However, I'm not okay with preserving it at the expense of, you know, good education and healthcare.
Yeah.
So, so there. Okay. There was the one that you told me about where the the military, they wanted smaller ships, easier to maneuver. They thought it was going to just take over the world, and this was going to be the ship to end all ships. It's going to modernize warfare. 500 million a pop. Billions of dollars later, they all suck. They all have mechanical failure. They don't work in salt water. The A lot of them did not come with like weapon systems for some reason. And while they were all failing and weren't working, lobbyists were encouraging them to make more of these stupid little $500 million ships. And that's all a waste. Billions of dollars,
Yeah.
lots of effort.
So one more point on that one is that like they knew they sucked. They knew they didn't fit the
Mm,
bill for what they wanted. But the reason that they ordered more was to continue to have people having jobs. So it's like it's that whole having people work just for the sake of working when it's something like pointless, which we do
yeah, the
so
pointless thing is what
often.
gets me.
Yeah,
I'm
and
okay with creating jobs, but not
yeah,
pointless
but
ones.
you're creating pointless jobs, which so many of our jobs are pointless. We could be doing things so differently. We're so adamant that everybody must. Like, you know what I mean? I
Mm.
just thought that was so
It
stupid. Like, we're literally,
it's my personal opinion that if we had this government 100 years ago, we would still have like horse and buggy makers that were just subsidized. Like, yeah, we don't use them anymore, but what do you expect these people to do?
yeah, exactly. Instead of being like, okay, let's help them transition out of that because it's clearly not, useful for us.
It's not a technology that will take us into the future.
Yeah,
All right, you ready for some more?
I
There's
sure
more.
am.
There's lots more.
Can't wait.
Okay, this this list right here is from the Foundation for Economic Education. This is where
Okay.
I'm getting these.
All right. Never heard of that one, so these might be a little more. I have to go check them out, but yeah,
All right, check them.
we'll see.
Broward County, Florida. Do you know where that is? Being in
Mm,
Florida as you are.
no, no, I don't.
It's one of the counties near the other counties.
I assume it's that much.
Hmm.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm on the same page as you.
They yes, they spent 140 million in COVID relief funds to build a luxury hotel.
I think I had heard that one actually already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think a lot of the COVID relief funds were spent in not the
Oh,
greatest
they
way
were,
and taken advantage of by people who really didn't need them. They just saw an opportunity and took it. And they
as our next one
everybody
shows.
yeah, but everybody wants to complain about people using like abusing the system at the bottom. But I don't think the amount that's used to help the very like the poorest even comes close to the amount that the rich take just because they know how the system works.
Yep. COVID relief funds, $31.5 million were spent by four individuals on luxury cars. That's it.
They should just be in jail.
I think so too.
They
I
literally
think so too.
like like there's no purpose for all this shit.
No. And you're literally taking money that is supposed to go to those who are struggling
Yeah.
and
It feels like that's why we can't have nice things because people at the top
greed and
literally just
corruption.
is yeah.
Yep. They're like, no one will notice this $31.5 million gone.
Well, they're not going to be
Anyway.
held accountable for it. So
Oh, accountability would be huge. If we could just, if we could change one thing in the government, it would be accountability for me.
yes, yes,
Just be
seriously.
accountable. That's it. If you do a stupid thing, then you've done a stupid thing, and we need to take care
Yeah.
of that through the proper channels. Like, ah,
Maybe we should start with your blind justice system just at the government level. Nobody gets to
I
have
would take
any
that.
special perks or anything. Anything you've done has to go blind against so they can just see the facts of it.
Yeah.
Is this a bad thing that's been done? And then
Is it
hold them
good for,
accountable.
yeah, I am all for that. You tell me how to get that done, and I will do it. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
$50 million was spent in 2022 to boost tourism to Tunisia.
I don't know where
That's
Tunisia is.
I believe it's on the African continent. And the thing is, Tunisia's um, tourism industry already generates $1 billion a year, but they just, needed a boost. They need some help.
Yeah,
So,
I don't quite understand that. Doesn't make any sense to me, but
welcome
okay.
to the club. That's why it made the list.
Yeah.
Um, $3 million was spent on a Gandhi museum in Houston. Gotta have our Gandhi. Um, this is a very small amount, but $118,000, almost $119,000, was spent um, on a grant to Georgia Tech so they could tell us whether or not a real life Thanos would be able to snap with the gauntlet on its hand. Like
That's like somebody came up with a stupid idea for like a research thing and then they won the grant somehow. Like
something
like I'm
that
like but it's happening. It's funded, right? That's
Yep. The conclusion is no, he would not be able to snap with a metal glove on his hands. So now you
oh.
know.
Mm.
Now you
I
know
was I was
scientifically.
worried about that one.
Weren't you though? I was. Kept me
Yeah.
up at night. I cried. Okay, next list.
Okay.
The Tiger Times. So, this high up publication.
Good
Um,
times. Okay.
Tiger Times. Okay. $25,000 was spent on a promotional tour for the Alabama Watermelon Queen. So she needed a promotional tour. Did
Definitely
she
gonna
come
be
to a
looking
city
that
near
one
you?
up. Oh, definitely looking that one up.
Okay.
Watermelon.
Um, she yeah, she had some pull, that Watermelon Queen.
I mean, I want to know who she is.
I do too. We should have Jesse pull up a picture of her.
We'll try.
I'm not sure what year this was. So, just any watermelon queen will do. Um, the US National Institute of Health spent $442,000 to study the behavior of male prostitutes in Vietnam. So
Did it give any like context? Why?
some of them did, um, but most of it was bullshit. It was just like, uh-huh, yeah, okay. Like the studying the hamsters with steroids, it's like, okay, you can kind of use that as what is the effect of steroids on a
Yeah.
nervous system. However, what? Like, no, thank you. Don't we have enough people taking steroids that you could probably judge from actual human trials?
Yeah. I mean, and they are super like important. They've saved my
Mhm.
kid's life a couple times,
Yeah,
but they
there
also
are
have
times when
some
steroids are very
really bad
important.
side effects that really suck.
Yeah. So some of these things do need to be studied, but some of them are just weird. All right.
Yeah.
Um, US National Institute of Health again spent $592,000 to explain why chimpanzees throw their poop.
Okay. So that
So,
one in particular,
yeah,
because I did see that one. One of the things you sent, I
yeah.
didn't look at a lot of them, but I looked that one up. I don't know if I screenshot it here, but I might just need
Was
to
there a
go.
reason?
Well, I couldn't find anything on it that gave it any validity. So I
Yeah.
asked my chat GPT and
Oh, good idea.
and
Uh-huh.
it said that it couldn't find anything in the history of the National Institute of Health of them funding or there even being such a study.
Okay. Well, thank
Because
you
I
for double
looked that one
checking
up because
because
I was like, that's so silly. But
that
that's why
sounds
it
a
makes me
little
question
iffy.
a lot of the other ones. I'm like, there's got to be some way that they correlated to be like, and this was the government spending, whether it came through a grant, whether it came, you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
either way, the money's still
Okay, good
going
call.
to stupid places and not to the places that we, the
But we do
people,
want to make sure
really
that
want.
yeah,
Yeah.
we do want to make sure that we're being accurate
Well, we're,
in
we're
our
trying our
assessment here.
best. This information isn't ours. We're just trying to, share something we found
Indeed.
or
Thank you.
infound. Yeah. Anyways. Chimps
Okay.
throwing shit. Why?
Hmm.
Can
It
I
needs
tell
to be
you?
studied.
Can I tell you? Like, that's it's pretty random, pretty crazy, pretty animalistic. My dad knew a guy. There was like this guy that was known where he grew up who would get angry and would actually reach in his pants and pull out shit and throw it at people. So I'm like
That would get the
in
job done.
real life. And now looking back, I'm like, I'm sure he was like not mentally sound. Like that's not like
Hmm.
I was
He
just
had
like
maybe
I was
some
like
things
he
going
was
on.
still attached to like our ape roots, I guess. Like, oh yeah, oh yeah.
It's a,
You know what I
it's
think about
amazing that
that?
more people don't do that. It's amazing that doesn't happen to more people, really.
It would chase me off. It would,
It
yeah, like
really
I am not
it would.
messing with
I
you.
would
You know
run.
what?
I would
You
run.
win, you win. Like,
He who throws poop wins.
yes. Okay.
I guess we have some presidential debates coming up, so we'll see. We'll see. Okay, let's see. Which one are we on? U.S. Department of Agriculture spent $2 million to create an internship program that ultimately hired one full-time employee. So Way to go, guys.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, Federal government spent 2.6 million in advertising to encourage Chinese prostitutes to drink responsibly.
So
So,
we're okay.
this is still on the Tiger Times, so you may have to
Yeah.
look these up as well.
Honestly.
They're
Okay.
just they're just making crap up.
It kind of feels like it at this point, but I'll do some digging.
Some of them.
Yeah.
Okay, Medicare paid 35 million to 118 medical clinics in the US that do not exist.
Yeah, I totally believe that. Because so many
Yep.
people are committing like fraud.
Odd. Hmm.
What's crazy is like, so I have a friend who works for like a federal health type, like federally funded health place, and they do
Hmm.
all kinds of different, like trying to, like she's in a nonprofit trying to help people find coverage and get the care that they need. And I was kind
Yeah.
of like giving her some of my grievances over like just the dental world and stuff. And I guess they do get into that like market as well. And she was like,
Yeah.
that's one of the only things that like really turns a profit. And I was like, what? She's like, oh yeah. She's like, we like, and then the way that they do it with Medicaid, like they'll break treatment down to the point so that people can get coverage at 100% where they're like, I don't know. It's like one filling
Fluffing it up a little
is,
bit.
I don't, yeah. And I'm like, oh, and she's like, it's crazy. And she's like, and then actually the fact that dental has a profit is used to do help with the other areas which aren't profitable, but healthcare that's needed. And I'm just like, oh my God. So even in our things that are supposed to be like the nonprofit low level, they're still having to
Yeah.
like play these games and stuff. And
It's so dumb. It's
it's
so
so
dumb.
dumb. It is so dumb. Anyways.
And if we got rid of all of these things, then maybe we would be able to pay for things. Okay, I think I only have one more. You ready?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, federal government I gotta slow down my voice. The federal government paid 120 million in disability and retirement to dead federal employees, which also is the same kind of thing.
Yeah. Like, so their family is taking advantage of that, I take it.
That was my take. They would just keep getting the checks and not send in the death certificate so that they could keep getting
So,
paid.
well, we know that the government doesn't do a good job of like tracking things because what
Oversight.
was it like I can't remember which part of the government, probably all of them, but like have failed audits like the last umpteenth years. Like they cannot account for where so much money went that it's just like if anybody had this job, like just this job as a collective, like everybody would be fired. You're failing like miserably, but for some
You have
reason
misplaced
we have
what?
no power to be
It's that
like,
accountability thing.
yeah.
Yeah, you misplaced this money. You can't find it. You're not doing your job. Bye.
Yeah, but
Like,
and they're just gonna let someone go at a lower level or whatever because the people at the top just are never held
they're the
accountable.
ones
I firmly
mm-mm,
believe they like none of them will be held
untouchable.
accountable. Yeah, until Superman comes.
Come on,
We
Superman.
need an alien.
We need you, Superman. Yeah. Or woman. We
Yeah, 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 right. I didn't mean super person. Just kidding.
no, for
Uh,
real though. If I don't know. There's I just wanted to dive into that a little bit and
yeah, just put it out
maybe
there.
have a
Like,
little fun with it.
yeah,
Yeah.
why? Make people think a little bit like, wait a minute. So all these things that we don't especially want. I know something I don't
Yeah.
especially want, which is war, and we always have money for war.
Oh,
We always have
the
money to subsidize war in other
we could
countries and
we could do a whole podcast on the military industrial complex and anyway, all that
we
goes
sh
into that.
we should, but we would need to like actually do research. And we're not great about that. We just kind of are like a
And
couple
the
hours
fly.
before, what are we talking about? I've been looking to this.
Mhm.
Okay, that works. Yeah.
That's great. But no, to actually dive into the military industrial complex would be an interesting one
Yeah.
because
Probably
there's a
disheartening.
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, because war is big business. It makes a few people at the top a lot of money.
Yeah.
So
Have
it's in their
you,
best interest to keep it going.
did you ever watch Jon Stewart, The Day This Was?
I see clips, but I don't like watch it.
You should go watch one of his most recent ones where he's just kind of comparing like the US's like response to Russia in Ukraine and then their response to Israel in Gaza. And I
Yeah.
mean, essentially people in similar situations, even worse, whereas like they just obviously have other motives because it's like the exact same thing. And on one side, this is a horrific travesty and it's inhumane. And on the other side, it's a little concerning. And it's
Yeah.
like, no, they're all
Wait a
humans, and this
second.
is all concerning and should all be condemned. You're clearly a
Mhm.
part of the problem.
Yeah.
And I
Follow the
hate,
money. Let's see where it goes. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Well, anyways, well, thanks for that. That was
No problem. I
informative
didn't
and
give us.
also it's gonna send me down some rabbit holes because some of those I gotta look up again.
Hey, well, we'll look some of these up and you can let me know if any of them are
Yeah, I'm like, why
non-credible because
do
I don't want
we
to spread
need
misinformation.
Vietnamese prostitutes? What did they do for them? Drinking?
No, that was the Chinese ones. Chinese prostitutes needed more responsible drinking, and
Mm,
the Vietnamese male
male prostitutes
prostitutes,
just
it
needed a better
was something.
prostitute.
In my mind, somebody had a fetish and they're like, I need a grant to
Yeah.
go. Yeah, I'm trying to see where that is, but
Not getting it.
did I tell you about the $800,000 the government spent to build an IHOP in DC?
No.
I missed that one.
An IHOP. What? So it's their
Yes,
own, are they franchised it or something?
I
And
think
it's
they
the
were just trying
government
to
side
create
IHOP?
jobs. Yeah,
Oh,
they were
okay.
they were
So
looking to
they
create low income jobs, so they made an IHOP. So why not?
it's like band-aids all over the place. Let's
It's
just
so
stick
bad.
band-aids everywhere instead of actually
Band-aids for
stopping the
everyone.
cuts. Yeah.
Mhm. Al- Although the Watermelon Queen, we should see what her platform was. Maybe she was doing a lot of good. She was she was in it for the Chinese prostitutes. I
I
don't know.
knew those two were correlated. I knew it. I knew it.
They are. They are. It's all correlated.
Uh,
The the Watermelon Queen's been in on it the whole time. She's the one that's like sitting on her throne, like
and
making
I
all the
would have got
calls,
away with it too if it weren't for these meddling.
meddling kids.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm still a kid.
Me too. Very much so. All right. So you got like 5 minutes. You can shoot the shit, or are you
Yeah.
done?
Heck yeah.
So tell me
So,
about Cancun.
oh, it was fabulous. 10 out
Yeah.
of 10 would go back.
Yeah.
It was really great.
All right. We need to like plan a trip all together. I think that would be so fun. Well, me, you, Cody,
It
and
would be
Anthony,
really
we
fun.
can, yeah, that would be awesome. So while
Yes,
you were
also,
Cancooning, I was in Utah, which
I
was,
know we were so close. We like passed in the night. I
hmm
was so sad.
and it was so fun, but like I totally got altitude sickness or something.
Sorry, my phone
That's all
buzzed.
right. Is it raining there a lot or something?
No, somebody was just trying to call and I was doing this on my phone.
Oh yeah. Uh,
But you were saying,
oh, just the like I think I got sick from the kids because they were all congested and then just being at a different altitude and it was so dry. Elena and Haley both got their first nosebleeds.
oh, nee, how fun for you guys.
And then when we came back, because I was so congested on the way back, the pressure in the plane, it hurt so
Oh
bad. I've never had it hurt like
no.
that. And then for like the next 3 days, I had this woozy, like in the clouds filling in my head. So I was
Equilibrium's
like,
off because you're,
yeah, I thought it was something to do with maybe the altitude or whatever. Because
yeah, I
yeah,
think
I'm
it
like,
probably could.
I was like,
Your
I
pictures
had a
though
hangover from the trip.
from Utah, do you know how hard that is to do? Just
What?
kidding.
Get a
Get
hangover
a
from a
hangover in
trip?
Utah.
Oh, yeah.
Um, no, oh, your pictures looked like Elena was making all sorts of friends.
Oh,
She looked like
yeah.
she had a grand time.
Oh yeah, she did. She and my nephew Nash are the best friends forever.
Your
And
buddies.
oh yeah, they'd just be running around the house. You'd hear best friend, best friend. They were so
I
cute.
love
It
when
was
you're a kid, you don't
ridiculous.
even have to remember someone's name. It's just like,
No,
no, that's best friend.
that's
Like,
best friend. Yeah.
Hmm.
Your best friend.
Yes,
No, but it was
indeed.
awesome. And then after the Utah trip, got one weekend off and then I went to Atlanta with Bella for
Yeah,
her
that's right.
band trip and it was so fun. It was a really quick like whirlwind trip and it was over her birthday. But we got to go.
Oh, I
We
love
went
it.
to the symphony. Like
Oh,
the Friday night we
cool.
got there, we went to the symphony, which was really cool, but I've been on a bus with kids all day and it was very pleasant and I did fall asleep. So there was that.
That is
But
easy
it
to
was
do.
still it was still like really good. And then the next morning we went to the aquarium and then we went to the college football Hall of Fame museum, which was fun and we got to like run some drills and stuff and I
Nice.
jumped for the football and lost my glasses and didn't realize it until quite a few other
Oh
people had
no.
also jumped on the mat, so they were a little like but then they just
Oh
bent right back into
no.
place. They fall
Oh,
off a little
good. I'm
easier
glad they
right
weren't like
now.
shattered or anything.
Yeah, no, I probably need to go in and have them like tweak something, but they,
Adjusted.
yeah. But and then we went to the Coca-Cola Museum, which I literally did not plan this. It's just a shirt that I grab regularly. I wore a Pepsi
Yeah.
shirt to the Coca-Cola Museum. I walked in and they're like, "What are you doing?" I was like,
Like,
they're like, "We're gonna have to
I'm
get you
just
a
gonna.
shirt." They did not give me a shirt, but I did put my
Uh,
sweatshirt on over the top after a little bit because I was like,
I
"Okay."
was gonna say I need to make a little pit stop over to the gift shop real fast. Like
No. Uh,
you got two guys coming out of a
they're
back
like,
room, and they're like, "We're
take it
gonna need you
off,
to come with
take it
us."
off. Yeah. But it was interesting. I did try some like they have a tasting room where it's
Oh
like
yeah,
before you go into the gift shop. And I like soda, but there were definitely some sodas that I did not like. There was this
not
one,
a big fan.
it was like some sort of plum, it was a Fanta plum something from an Asian country. It might have been China. It tasted like carbonated barbecue sauce and it made me want to vomit. It was so bad.
No,
So bad. Fanta
no.
pineapple, however, is delicious and I love it.
Highly favorable.
Yes, highly
Okay,
favorable.
no plum sodas. I'll have to keep
No.
that in mind.
Well, I mean, I'm
And
pretty
they were
sure
so
that's what it
high on
is.
my list.
Yeah, I know, right? It wasn't just plum, it was like something plum. But either
Yeah,
way, it was barbecue sauce. Um and then
plum good for barbecuing.
and then we went to a Braves game. And that was
Nice,
amazing because like
fun.
they have an amazing stadium and like their they have some real hardcore fans, I think, because the whole thing was just filled and it was just a great like atmosphere. And then they were losing for quite a bit and then they ended up coming back and got the win and
I love games like that.
I know it was so perfect.
It's
And
never
that was
fun when it's a
all
shutout. You're
it
like,
was
yay.
yeah, I know, seriously. But it was Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and we did this like drive Friday from Florida to Atlanta, and then the symphony, and then all those things the next day. So it
Cola and
was so full because it was and actually, so it was the aquarium and then to the Varsity, which is like a well-known like place to eat hamburgers and stuff like that. Huge lines, but it
nice.
was really awesome. And then it was the Football Hall of Fame, the Coke, and then Braves. I'm like, how did they arrange this all? I have no idea, but I'm grateful to the people who did because it was really fun to like get to be part of it. And they didn't
Yeah,
even perform. It was just a trip to like,
just a
you
fun
know,
trip.
yeah, because it was like you guys
So
worked
good.
so hard all season and they just planned this trip for them and it was so awesome. I'm glad I went. Plus, I got
Nice.
a shit ton of parental involvement hours that I needed.
That is good.
So
That is really
all
good.
good
And
things,
you got to
yeah.
spend time with Bella.
Oh
So,
yeah. And but all those things that we did, although she really wanted to go to the aquarium, were all on her birthday and she was like, I
oh
need a
yeah.
redo. She's like, I like this, but this is not what I would choose to do on my birthday. Like she didn't even
Yeah.
do any of the things at the football place because she wasn't feeling up to it. She just recorded me.
Oh, dang it.
Well, I don't think she wanted to. She's like, I'm not really I don't know, I don't want to go make a fool of myself and she bruises like a peach. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, tell her she can share my birthday with me. We'll
Okay.
we'll celebrate next week.
Coming up. Yep. There's so many April
Woohoo.
birthdays because my mother-in-law and my brother-in-law's birthdays are they're April 15th and 16th.
Oh, sweet.
Hmm.
There you
So,
go.
yeah.
Just bam, bam,
Just
bam.
all
It's
the
a
all
it's
the
a good month to be
celebrating.
born.
It is. It is. We're gonna
I
take
like
her.
it.
We're gonna do a redo. We're gonna go to P.F. Chang's and then Crumble Cookie and IKEA to get her a new dresser for her birthday.
Nice. I like it.
Yeah,
That
it's
sounds
gonna
good.
be good. It's just gonna be after the fact.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I have not ever met anybody who's like, no, please don't celebrate my birthday again. Ah,
I know,
like
right?
I feel so celebrated. Damn it. Like,
I know most people now are like, it's my birthday month. Like,
right?
No, I'm not doing that. It's my birthday, Mom.
Yes.
And me, it's like,
And I've been,
oh, it's my birthday. Bye.
yeah,
It comes and
I'm
goes.
to the point where I'm like, I don't need to acknowledge it as much anymore. It's,
No. I
it's
mean,
good.
yeah, I don't care about getting older. I don't feel any of that, like, ooh, I don't want to say my age. Like, remember how it used to be like, you don't ask a woman her age? And I'm like, that's so stupid.
Yeah.
It's just
Now
an
I tend
age.
to
Stop
add on the extra
stigmatizing it.
year. Like when we were on vacation and people would ask how old we were, I would just like add, I'm like, I'm close enough.
What would you
Just,
say?
I would say I was 42.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
42.
because you're almost 42. Yeah, because
Yeah.
sometimes I'll be 42 this year, but in November. Like I'm like, I'm almost 42. And I'm like, I'm not really. I'm like, why do I
Yeah.
do
I was
that?
like
Why am I trying to like age myself? I'm like, look,
I don't know.
I'm
I don't
damn near
know.
50, okay?
I'm pushing it. I am pushing it.
Yeah.
No, I am younger than I will ever be again. And many people don't get to be the age that we are. So
Yeah, right. And
we're,
I don't
I'm grateful.
feel old, so I don't care what my age is as long as I feel good.
Eh,
Good time.
we're just still here.
Yeah.
Also though, you will be extremely missed next week when all of our old friends are getting together to go back to our old high school before it gets torn down.
Yes, I know. I can't wait to see the pictures.
I'm
But
gonna, I need to find that sign I made of you and just take it with us and
oh,
just like hold it
okay.
up.
I
Do you,
have my signs up in here.
okay. Well,
But you'll have
I'll
to,
have to find mine.
yeah, yeah. Or FaceTime me while you guys are there so
Oh,
I
heck
can say
yeah.
hi to everybody. All right. Well, I know you gotta
Absolutely
go
we will.
because it
Yeah, I
is
do.
after the time. But yay,
All
thanks
right.
for squeezing this in here today and for all the
No problem.
information.
Oh yeah, all of the information
All of it.
from excellent sources. All right.
Still interesting though, makes you think
Yeah.
and it's kind of like, hold on, we should be thinking more
Hey, just
about
a
this.
second here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All
Well,
right. Well, I
bye,
love your
Lilas.
guts.
I love you.
Lilas.
And I'll talk
See
to you
ya.
later. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Subscribe up there.
Subscribe.
There's a subscribe up there.
Okay.
Like the button.
Okay.